Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I was just thinking in my head I needed to say welcome to Saturdays with Steph, but it's not Saturday. It's Sunday. I guess Saturdays with Steph rescheduled. Thank you all for understanding yesterday, our little family thing we had going on. As most of you know, I've got a son who's autistic, and he had just a bad day yesterday, and he needed his mama, which kind of feels good sometimes to be needed, because I know once they get older, they won't want me. So, but he wasn't settling down. And so I had to move to today. So thank you guys for understanding you there at home, and also for you ladies here with me now. Thank you for moving your schedule and coming over with me, because I know time is limited for everybody. So I appreciate you showing up today and sewing with me anyway. So thank you. I'm going to let the ladies remind you what they're sewing. Today we're working on the Village Green Puzzle Mystery Quilt. I am sewing the Peony colorway, and I don't have my color card here, but so I'll just hold up some of the colors. It's a really soft colorway. If you guys didn't guess, Sarah picked this one. All right, so go ahead and start with Shannon and let her introduce herself and just go around.
Cool. Hi, everybody. Shannon. I am doing, I never remember the flower, but it's the Tula Pink fabrics. So like with the bees and the good flowers, very pretty, but I never remember which one it is in the thing. I remember Daffodil is the Goldilocks, which is what I did yesterday, and today is Tula. So that's what I'm working on, and it's the small clue. So.
Very cool.
Hi, I'm Shelly, and I am doing a large tulip, which is the black and white one. And I didn't work on mine yesterday.
And I am Carrie. I am doing this small Sweet William today. I did do my large Bluebell yesterday, but I'm doing my small Sweet William today.
Nice. Very pretty. I'm glad that we all have a different colorway today. I also have the tulip like Shelly's in large, but I did work on that this morning while I was watching Shannon a little bit. So decided to work on the small one now. So that worked out good. We all have different colors. Okay. I actually was a little confused this month because I thought my clue came last Friday, and it was actually month 7's clue. I was like, oh, I got it early this time. Nope, this one did just come this Friday, so at least I got it, which is good.
Yeah. I know I'd heard from a couple of people that they hadn't received it Friday, so I wonder if they got it yesterday.
Hopefully, yeah. So don't forget that the 2-color quilt challenge block voting ends tonight. That's over on Shannon's channel in her community tab. So if you are interested in voting for the next 2-color quilt blocks, go ahead over and do that now. We're going to cut it off tonight, so hopefully I have a chance to write the patterns tomorrow. We'll see. I'm still getting things ready for the retreat, which we leave on Wednesday. So lots to do still. If I don't get it done before I leave, I'm taking my computer anyway. And I'll finish them up Wednesday night and send them out to everybody. But we're at least going to close the voting, so I might have a chance to finish them before we go.
Yeah, it's a tight window this week.
Yeah. Lots going on. So what are, I know Shelly is flying out here on Tuesday, so I'm excited to see her.
Yep.
And I'm going to pick her up from the airport. So I know that's what's going on with Shelly. What's going on with you, Carrie?
Not a lot. I have a birthday tomorrow, so some birthday dinner tomorrow, but otherwise getting caught up, like I told you, just on sewing. I was so far behind. I was like, wait, there's 2 carnivals. I'm behind on 2 Village Greens, which really I wasn't, because this is the Village Green 8 week. But yeah, I was feeling extremely behind, and just with all the traveling. So, but I feel like I've done a good job yesterday being on Stevens, and then here this morning doing a little bit, getting caught up at least on everything that was a block of the month, so that I could work on some other things that I want to once I get those caught up. But
Good. Well, it sounds like though you had some fun stuff going on that kept you from sewing. So at least it was fun stuff, right?
Definitely had some fun stuff that kept me from sewing.
Yeah.
Got to see my grandson, got to see my great niece, got to just go relax by myself. And then my grandson's coming up at the end of this month to see me, so that's good. I get to
That's
see him.
fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
Now I did see, like, how old is your grandson?
he'll be 2 December.
Okay, I remember seeing a picture. I think you posted a picture somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might have seen, we posted pictures of us. We went to an animal safari while we were down there in Georgia. It was
Fun.
so fun. Yeah, he loved the animals, and yeah. I don't think he was too fond of the giraffe and their big long tongue, but other than that, he had
I
a good
just
time
remember
throwing food to
thinking-
the others.
I just remember thinking how super cute he was.
Well, I think he's pretty cute, so.
And Shannon, what do you have going on? Because I know you got
So
lots going on.
No, I don't remember. So the retreat, which is amazing. I'm so excited to get up to Pennsylvania. And then I'll be back for a couple of weeks, and then I leave for Oklahoma City, road tripping with my baby boy. I'm so excited, who is 22 and 6'1" and like a linebacker. So, you know, but he's still my baby boy.
Always your baby.
Yep. Yeah. He's got like the road trip portion of it planned out, because he then has to sit for 4 days in Oklahoma City while I'm in classes.
Oh, wow.
So he's doing me a solid. So everything in between getting from Oklahoma City home and from here to Oklahoma City is pretty much whatever he wants to do, we're going to go do. So that's going to be fun. We're going to see Nashville and Memphis and St. Louis Arch, which I haven't seen. I'm excited about that. I'll get to
Oh, very
like, be a
cool.
touristy geek on that part. So that's going to be fun. And then when I get home, I'm going to figure out how to get all the contracts for all of the area guilds and quilt shops and everything, and become their official FPP teacher for legit kits and just in general.
Yeah, that's great.
Pretty exciting.
That's awesome. So are you fully then certified for your legit kits, or?
That is what going to Oklahoma City is for. That is attending the boot camp for that, so that I can then be officially a certified instructor. And
Oh, that's so awesome.
Like I said, I feel so far behind on everything, because even being gone, I didn't really watch any YouTubes. I feel so behind.
no, but it's still the best reason to be behind. Like all the fun times that you got to spend. I just took a weekend off and felt like I needed that. Like I needed to have the family time. So yeah, I'm excited for you.
So Shelly, are you excited to see Lake Erie for the first time?
I am. I'm going to dip my toe into the Great Lakes.
That's awesome.
That's going to be fun. Yeah, it's, living on the West Coast, we see the ocean. So, the next thing out there is Hawaii and Japan. So, I mean, that's a big space of water as well. But, and I've actually flown to Hawaii a couple times, and it is literally a big space of water with nothing in between.
Well, most people think that have been here. We've had some friends come from Australia and they see Lake Erie and they are like, oh, what ocean is this? Because you really can't see. There's only a few spots in Lake Erie that you can see across the lake, because it's a really big lake. And, people think of lakes, they think of like the summer lakes that people go to. And, there's houses on all sides and you can see everything. It's not like that. Lake Erie's not like that.
Those lakes are so large, you have lake effect weather.
Yeah. Right.
They are impacting your weather. They're so big.
Yes.
Well, we do have Puget Sound, which is, like from the north part of the state, halfway down the state, and pretty wide. But there's a lot of islands in there.
But you can see across. Yeah.
You can see across it. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And and but it still seems like, anything that's bigger than that amount of water, which to me seems like an awful lot of water,
Yeah.
going from Bellingham all the way down to Tacoma.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what it's like to see a lake that's bigger than that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it and getting out of Dodge.
Is it still pretty hot by you?
Not today, but it's almost 90 today, but it's supposed to be in the 90s all next week.
Wait. She said not today, but it's almost 90.
Well, hot is 105.
Okay.
So, 89, 87, that's pretty nice.
Oh, see, that's hot for here, but we have humidity too. I don't know if you have that there.
We don't have humidity. No.
Okay. Okay.
It's so dry that when I moved from the Seattle area over to the eastern side of the state, it's so dry over here that I had to get rid of all my polar fleece because I was going to get electrocuted anytime I got near anything metal. Because the static is horrible.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And I lived in polar fleece when I lived in Seattle because it was just, wet enough that you didn't get that effect.
Well, I hope you kept one because you're going to be cold here, I think.
I'm bringing a sweatshirt, but
It's supposed to be when you get in, I already looked like 65 and sort of drizzly. So you're going to be
freezing.
Yeah.
That sounds like amazing weather. I love that weather.
I was looking at I need to bring layers. Well, maybe
Yes.
long sleeve layers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's good. It'll be nice to see a different part of I've actually been to Pennsylvania. I've been to Philadelphia and to a couple of the cities, I think close to Walnut Port, but I've never seen the other side of Pennsylvania, and I've never been to Ohio.
Okay.
So that's going to be really fun to see.
Very green. And then once you get into Pennsylvania, it'll be sort of hilly. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be kind of hilly around here sometimes too, going over the mountain passes and stuff.
oh yeah. No, not like those kind of hills.
But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really fun. I love traveling and seeing other parts of the United States. And there's a lot on the East Coast I've never seen, because when you live in the upper northwest corner, of course, I've been to Alaska and Hawaii, but you take these road trips and you make loops out here and there and whatnot, but you don't get very far out before you have to loop back home again.
Yeah.
So I've seen all the states like Montana and Nebraska and all the way down that and everything west. But yeah, the ones back east are just a few that I've flown to. Like I've flown to Alabama, to Florida, to Pennsylvania, and we drove into New York one day to see
Okay.
FIT. So it was a sewing conference. So we saw FIT and the sewing, the garment district.
Oh, so you're in New York City. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep. So drove across.
You were
New
brave
Jersey,
driving in
which
Manhattan.
I assumed New Jersey should be just like one big city, from New York clear to Philadelphia, but it's not.
Teresa McBrayer is in the chat. She said, our Great Lakes in Michigan, you can't see land either. Yep, not here unless you're in certain parts of Lake Erie, and then you can see Canada. Except for, we do have a few islands out in the lake, but we're not going to be near those, so you won't see any of those.
I think it'll be interesting to see them from the air too, if I can. I don't know if I'll see it.
Yeah, it depends on the weather, which way they'll bring you. If they
Yeah.
bring you, they'll either bring you like south from Columbus up, or they come over the lake down. You never come just straight across. So it'll be interesting to see which way they bring you. Because if they bring you across the lake, you will be able to see the islands, because they fly right over them if they approach that way. And on the left, you'll be able to see Canada for a minute,
Mhm.
but only for a minute, because you can only see it for like a little bit. So But yeah, that'll be interesting to hear which way they bring you.
I've been to Canada.
Yeah.
I actually went to high school on an island in the north part of Washington, San Juan Islands. And when I was, the only radio stations we could get and TV stations we could get were from Vancouver and Victoria.
Oh, really?
So we watched a lot of Canadian TV. And that was only if you held the rabbit ears just right.
Oh,
I remember those days.
I
There
do
was
too. We showed our kids not too long ago, like a picture of one of the little TVs from our childhood that was just black and white, and like the screen was like this big, you know, and had to like turn the dials to get the different stations, and then with the rabbit ears, and they're like, you could see their mind exploding. They're like,
You
what?
flip from UHF to VHF.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we got our first color TV when my kids were, they were 4 or 5 years old, something like that, because we just had a black and white TV when we first got married.
Yeah.
And they were so excited. Mom, the Smurfs are blue. It's like, I didn't even think about that. They didn't know that.
Yeah. That's funny.
Well, that's a total Wizard of Oz moment where you open the door and everything's in full color.
Right?
Yeah. Well, other people had color TVs, but they were expensive back then.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they weighed like our very first color TV was one of those in the big, huge cabinet box thing. So it weighed like 900 pounds or something. I'm sure it didn't weigh that much, but you guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Compared to what TVs are now, they're like what, an inch thick, and if they're huge, it's crazy.
Yeah, they're held up on the wall with like 2 command hooks and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Kelly, Shelly Kelly from Kelly's Cruises, Crafts and Quilts says that she lives in the Fraser Valley, east of Vancouver, maybe an hour's drive.
Yep.
So.
She lives there now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've been up there. We drove to Ketchikan one time, which meant that you drove to Prince Rupert and took the ferry, which was the Alaska Marine Highway. So they consider it a highway. So we drove to Ketchikan. It was a long way.
Oh.
So not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday is when Shannon and I will be back with you guys to sew up the 2-color quilt on her channel. Looking forward to that. We only have a couple more months, 1 more month of blocks, and then the final put together reveal. So
yeah,
that's going to be fun.
Oh, I was talking to Darlene, not Darlene Rice, here for the fun. Darlene Cano.
Oh yeah, Monk, Darlene Monk.
Monk, yep.
Yeah.
And talking about how like there's one block that is just a little bit different than we have, like star heavy ones, like half square triangle heavy ones. So about how intriguing it's going to be to see how people lay them out. Mm-hmm. And do they hide that one? Do they call attention to that one? Like what is it going to be? Which is like the choose your own adventure fun part of the fact that we all voted on these, and it was just all by chance which ones got picked.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about what it's going to look like.
Me too. coming up this week besides the retreat and the 2-color quilt challenge, because I needed more stuff to do. What is tomorrow starts the next Forward Fabric Studio So Long Stay Spooky.
To ask you about that. Did you mention that the fabric was glow in the dark? Because I figured it out last night and I was like, the ghosts are glowing.
I didn't know that. Now I want to go play with it.
I turned the lights out and I was like, what is that? That's the fabric. The ghosts are glowing in the dark. I'm so excited.
I actually didn't know that. So thanks for telling me. Now I'm going to tell people because
That's awesome.
I honestly didn't check that. So no, I didn't know.
Oh, well, it was very surprising and I was very excited. And I thought I'd missed out on the announcement because that would be so me.
I'm excited now. I was actually just cutting that stuff earlier. So now I'm going to go play with it in the bathroom when we're done in the dark. So that starts tomorrow. We're going to be cutting and making the first block. And then Wednesday, like I said, because I needed another so long, I started the Moda Blockheads last week on my channel, Moda Blockheads 5. And I know Shelly said she didn't need another so long either, but did you start that too?
Well, it's either that one or the Halloween one. Because I do have a lot of Halloween stuff. And I wanted to use it up, and I thought that would be a good way to use some of it up.
Yeah. So the Moda Blockheads 5 this year, most years they've had like 30 to 40 blocks, and it's gone for 10 months, 10 months or so. This year they decided to break it into 2 parts. So this one started last week and it goes till November 8th or 15th, something like that. And you can either save those blocks and put it into one large quilt for the second half of Moda Blockheads 5. Or you can divide it into 2 projects and either do a lap quilt. I think you have the option of a table runner or a bunting. And then next time use all 30 blocks to make a quilt. So I decided to do the 2 projects, and I'm doing the lap quilt in Christmas fabrics. So I'll have a lap quilt done for Christmas, in November. So that'll be nice. But that's also the next block is coming out this Wednesday. So that will be on my channel as well. So lots of projects going on.
None of us know anything about lots of projects.
Not at all. I'm glad I'm not the only quilter that does lots of projects, because I used to think I was sort of crazy, but now that I talk to people, there's lots of crazies out there.
I'm trying not to be distracted by squirrel moments and starting on all the ones that I see. It's hard.
It is hard because they're so pretty.
Well, Jackie from DBD Stitch Art just said that she has all of the fabrics for the little Hooter from Legit Kits. Got all of those fabrics pressed and now ready to go.
Nice.
I want that one. I'm very excited. I envision me coming home from Oklahoma City with many a kit.
Well, hopefully they'll give you a nice discount on them.
Right. Yeah.
I really want that Starry Night kit.
Yes.
I didn't pre-order it because I really I'm sort of tapped out because I've been spending too much money.
Yeah.
So I didn't get it. I was good. I did really good. Plus, I figured I should probably finish my deep dive before I pick another thing. But I love that Starry Night. I want that one.
Yes.
For sure.
I want the Starry Night. I did order the mushroom one. So that one, because I love mushrooms.
Oh, did you? That one's so cute.
Yep. So I'm excited about that one. They did a collaboration with Cherrywood Fabrics for the mushroom.
Oh, I love Cherrywood Fabrics.
Where you could order the whole kit in Cherrywood Fabrics. I got the Kona kit. but I have a ton brothers, I have a ton of cherry wood already. So I'm going to like mix and match and see like how that plays just to see.
That's really neat that they're like using cherry wood and using other fabrics now. Very cool. I have all this cherry wood, but I haven't done anything with it yet.
So I don't need to bring a sewing machine with me this time, right?
Nope, I've got extra machines I'm bringing, so.
Perfect.
Yeah, no sewing machine.
Just make sure to bring along a 45mm blade in your store stuff, because I'm taking my handle without a blade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
I figured I could get it on that way.
Yeah.
The plane.
Are you gonna be able to pack everything on and take it like on the plane with you, or?
I'm gonna try to do just a carry-on and a backpack.
Oh.
But I don't know. I'm sort of paranoid that I'm going to lose a suitcase. I've had them delayed, but I've never lost one. And I figured this would be the time, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't care. On the way home, I just check them all and don't worry about them, and make sure I have the things that are important to me with me. And
yeah,
I don't care if it takes 3 days for my underwear to get home.
Yeah, no, because you're on the way home, but you're right. Because if it got delayed, we're not going to be in Cleveland for them to bring it to Cleveland.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Trying to make it easy so I'm not a burden.
I can get Keith to do most things, but I don't think he'd drive your suitcase to Pennsylvania.
I wouldn't expect him to.
I know.
We just have to stop at Walmart and get me some clothes.
Right? Matthew said, I would love to sew the Starry Night for my hubs. He's a huge Van Gogh fan. I just need more hours in the day. Yeah. And then Kathleen, hi Kathleen, said, Shelly, where are you flying into? Shelly is flying into Cleveland. And I'm gonna pick her up from the airport. She's gonna see Lake Erie. And then we're gonna drive over to Walnutport.
Is anybody doing the small right now?
I am.
It's quite possibly it's a me thing, but on the section 8B, it says to do 4 where A is in the top left corner and 4 where A is in the top right, but you're only making two full units. So you really only need 2 of each. Like I did all 4 with A in the top left, and then I was like, wait, I don't have any more pieces.
Yep, I see what you're talking about. I don't tend to read their instructions though, to be honest with you. I just look at the pictures.
Well, I was looking at the pictures, but it said to do it 4 times. And so.
Yeah, but you're right. That's wrong. It should just be 2. Hopefully everybody only got just the amount of pieces they have, or they'll really be confused.
I had one piece missing one time, so I always count mine when I first get them.
Oh, do you? That's a good idea.
I lay them out like they show in the picture.
Mm-hmm. Actually, a really good idea. I should do that.
I just always hope for the best.
Well, and I use really high class little Post-it notes with letters on them like this to keep track of it. I have some of those alphabetties, but sometimes you need 2 or 3 of the letter B. So.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon must have had to go check on the dogs.
Oh, maybe, yeah. The puppy okay?
I think I'm gonna have to call it. I'm gonna have to take care of her.
Oh, poor thing. Okay,
Yeah.
no worries.
She's just very uncomfortable and panting and pacing. And so I'm gonna take her for a bit of a walk and see if that helps. But yeah, tonight at 10 o'clock, I think, is 24 hours of the antibiotics. So that's usually when things start to get a little bit better.
Oh, good.
So
All right. Go take care of your puppy. We'll see you later.
Thanks, everybody. Have fun. Talk to you
Bye.
soon.
Well, the small was a quick one, I think.
What's that?
The small was a quick one. So here's my 8B.
Oh, very nice.
And then here's the 8A.
Nice.
Very pretty. I love your colorway.
Yeah, I do like this. I started a another, I know you were just talking about this. I started another sew along. This one's a weekly one for like just, I think, I can't remember how many blocks. Maybe 6 blocks, 9 blocks. Anyway, it's just a 9-week thing, I think. But it is using all like the kits we buy have all Art Gallery fabric solids. And this Art Gallery print seems to be fraying a lot, but the solids so far, I should probably knock on some wood, like almost no fraying. I was like quite impressed. I was like, oh.
I love Art Gallery solids for that reason and because they're just so darn soft.
Yeah. Yeah, I was quite surprised. I was like, these are not fraying at all like when I use, oh no.
Did you just start that solo?
We're 2 weeks in, yep.
So what kind of blocks are you making?
Huh?
What kind of blocks are you making?
Oh, I'll show you. Challenge. This week's was a challenging one. They're like 20-inch blocks. It's called a sweater weather. And so the first week was just this plaid, this like steam plaid one. So it's just a bunch of 2.5 pairs.
Okay, yeah.
And then this week's challenged me because I have never sewn curves. And so.
Oh, that's cute. It looks like
cute.
Falling leaves.
Yep. And that's what it's called, falling leaves.
Oh,
Funny enough, that's exactly what the block is called.
I love it.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun. And I know that it's not necessarily like your colors, but those are my colors. Those.
Oh, no, but I like fall colors. I love fall colors. It's my favorite season. Yeah.
Those blues and rusts and mustards and yeah.
Are the leaves starting to change by you?
No, but what's funny, you mentioned that my older sister and I had planned on doing a trip up to Wisconsin to go look at the leaves in October, and we're planning to move it up by a few weeks because we're starting to see some change here, which means if we don't go in a couple weeks, by the time we were planning to go, they'll be completely changed, we feel. So
Oh, yeah. We're just starting to get some change here. Some of them are turning the red that they turn before they fall off. So it's
just been so dry. We've just been so dry that I just feel like they're going to change sooner this year.
Yeah. I think we're in for a winter though. We haven't had one for a while. I feel we're due.
Probably.
Yep. Math Geek said, I just ordered fabric for my recolored version of Sweater Weather. I'm using green and purple.
Ooh. I think we saw some people who had thrown some purples in after we'd already ordered ours. And so, yeah, it was like, oh, we should have. See, I'm pretty much, if somebody shows me something, I'm like, okay, I'll do exactly that.
Yeah.
I can't come up with anything original on my own. So you tell me the colorway, I'll do it. And then I see other people's and I'm like, ooh, I should have waited just a couple more weeks and then made my decision then.
Yeah. That's okay. It's going to be gorgeous.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's why I like the kits and the sew-alongs, the cotton cuts, because I don't have to think about the colors. Somebody else makes that decision.
Yeah. So true.
Well, the other nice thing about cotton cuts is they're also already cut up for me.
That's true.
I really like that because you can just sit down and sew.
Yes. And I don't really think about that until I do other sew-alongs and I have to cut up the whole kit and I'm like, wait, I didn't sign up for this. Oh
I
yeah.
think cutting and sewing are different hobbies.
Yeah.
I have a different place in my sewing room. I have a desk that looks out the window and I watch YouTube videos and I cut things and put them in little plastic baggies and say which one it is. And then when I want to sew, then I just grab those plastic baggies.
There you go.
But they are different hobbies.
Melissa said, thanks to El Nino, we should have I think she said definite winter. Yeah, I think we have not had a lot of snow here for a while, for several years. And we typically get a lot, so I think we're going to get piled on this year. I just feel it's going to come.
The kids will love it.
They will. They get upset when there's no snow. They love it. I actually don't mind the snow either. I just don't like when it sticks around for like ever, because dragging all the kids like to the grocery store in their snowsuits and the stuff, like you got to keep track of mittens and
Yeah. I don't really mind the snow. I just don't like when it's 30 below or below zero. You know, like the cold is what I don't like. And more when it's like the wind and the wind chills. That's the part I don't enjoy.
yeah.
I didn't like when I worked full time and I'd have to come out after work and clean off my car and get it going.
Oh yeah.
Just to drive 3 miles home.
Well, now we can all work remote, so.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I couldn't then. And I worked in a bank.
but
I worked in a bank and you can't do money from home. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't work too well.
People expect real, honest to goodness dollar bills.
Mhm. One of my most favorite memories of my kids is they went out to play outside, and I told them it's really cold because we had like the wind chill going on, right? And I said, you need to bundle up extra good. So they bundled all up, put their snowsuits on, put their boots on, mittens. They actually put mittens and then put gloves on over top. They were out there for about 2 minutes, and my daughter comes in, even though she looks like this big puffy snowman, right? And she walks in and she's like, I can't stay out there. And I said, why? You're all covered. My eyeballs are freezing.
You know it's cold then.
So that's how we know if it's too cold for them now, if their eyeballs are freezing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my small peony.
Oh, I like that.
Pretty.
Piece A, and then this is like Carrie's, piece B, and there's 2 of each of them.
I like that.
And then, thank you. And then I have my large tulip done, which all 4 pieces are the same. So I'll just show you one, but I have all 4 done. And that.
Oh, those look good. Have you tried it all to start to figure out, like, or think in your head when you're doing pieces like, ooh, I feel like I remember doing one that looked similar, like that'll line up, or
Well, it's funny that you ask, because when I was putting this large one together, I was like, this is like deja vu. Why does this feel like I just did this? Well, remember you guys, I told you that clue 7 just came from last month for the small. Clue 7 for the small, other than being just smaller than this, was exactly the same shapes and everything, like the same. Just it was only 2. I think it was only 2 pieces instead of 4, and I was like, oh, that's why I just did this.
well, that must be why I feel like that, because like I said, I've been gone, right? So I just sewed up all of my block of the month stuff.
Yeah.
So I just did 7 and then 8 right away yesterday. So that must be why I felt that.
Yes.
I felt, even though when I did my carnivals, like I don't think we have enough to do that with yet, but I was like, ooh, I could see where this is going to have one that lines up down here, and
Yeah.
I
So
could be
this, it's, you can tell it's smaller, but this is last month's clue. So it's exactly the same, just smaller pieces.
yeah.
But like, since I just got this, I did it the other day, and then I was doing the tulip, and I'm like, didn't I just sew this? It was really weird.
Well, now I want to lay them all out and be like, did we just do the same blocks, just different months for each large and the.
Sometimes I think they do that to try to trip us up a little bit. Yeah.
Well, this was my large bluebell.
Oh, that's pretty. I love that colorway.
It's so funny how they put light in the center of like that square in a square, and on mine it's dark.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see everybody's different.
Yeah, I think that's the fun part about us all having different colorways, because like in my brain, if I was designing something and having 12 different colorways, I think I would be like, oh, they all have to have a light so I can put all light all in the same spot, but they don't do that.
They don't.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Kay, good to see you.
Okay. I'm almost there.
No worries. But Carrie, no, I don't try to guess what it's going to look like. I think that's what you're asking about. Because I've tried in the past and kind of drove myself crazy, and then I was completely wrong.
This is the first time I've ever done it. So,
Oh,
in my
okay.
head, though, as you're doing them, this is the first time I've ever done the pattern cuts at all. Yeah.
There's been times
So-
in the past where I was like, oh, that's obviously like star legs. And then we put it together and it's like not at all. And I'm like, oh, I was completely wrong.
Oh, so they are tricky.
They are
Oh,
tricky.
yeah. I'm afraid if I take them apart and lay them all out, that I won't be able to figure out which one is A2 and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, was it Kay's purple wall you just said hello to?
Yes.
Because she was telling me she did that, and she's like, I don't think she does remember which ones were.
Oh.
I mean, she could figure it out, but
Yeah.
she tried to do that. I would be afraid that I would be like, well, but I like this layout better than the one they're doing, so I'm not going to do your layout.
Yeah. Hi, Darlene. Good to see you. No, I would be afraid what you guys are talking about, that I'd take them all out and not know which piece is which, because I don't mark them with markers. I just put them back in the bag with the clue.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. It's just easier to store them that way, I think, too. You know, so if I took them all out, I would be like, I'd mess them up completely.
And on Clue 10, I take them out one at a time, like put this one
Yes.
together with this one, and I leave the rest in the bag.
Yep. I do the same thing. Like if it says use A8A, this, you know, I leave 8B in the bag. Yep.
Is Clue 10, okay, so wait, so is Clue 10 an actual sewing clue, or no, it's putting them together?
Well, it's sewing in a sense that they're showing you how to put everything together, and usually it'll be like your borders and things like that. So
There
yeah,
is fabric.
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shelley.
There is fabric that comes in Clue 10.
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't order, I thought I ordered the border kit, but I guess I didn't, so.
If you
Right.
did, that will come with Clue 10.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes there's just really long pieces that are part of it too, that come in Clue 10, like a long strip that goes in somewhere. That didn't
Yeah,
necessarily
that too.
have something
Like fashion
glued on.
strip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, if any of you out there ordered extra borders in addition to, like, the smallest 48 by 16, if you wanted it bigger, they offered the option of ordering extra borders. You will get that with Clue 10. I actually asked them that question because somebody had asked me and I didn't know. So yeah. Because Carnival is the first one I've ordered the extra borders with. I've never done that before. So
Well, I was also glad I did all of them at one time with Carnival.
mhm. Oh yeah, me too. Mhm.
And then they're just here waiting.
Yes. I'm very glad I did that, because I'm one of those people, if you look at the Facebook group, where people have said their stuff didn't come and they had to pay the extra shipping to get it from the post office. I was one of those people for almost every month, except this month I didn't have that. So maybe they got it straightened out with post office, but it wasn't even the money, because it wasn't that much, but it was just like driving the almost hour round trip to the post office and back to get it was annoying.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So when they offered that option, I'm like, yes, please. Hi, Russ. Good to see you. He said, look at me showing up to the party late. That's okay. Nice to have you here. Hi, So Terry. Hi, Lori. Bunch of people came in. Hey, Fallon. Good to see you.
We're all late, 24 hours.
Yeah, that's okay. No worries. I ordered so fast that I don't remember if I got the finishing kit, said Melissa. That's okay. If you have questions about that, you can either email them, or if you set up an account with would have had to with Cotton Cuts, you can go sign into your account and take a peek and it'll tell you. So Kay said waiting and waiting. So while Shelly is finishing up, because we'll wait to see hers here, I'm going to just remind you guys of a few things coming up. Lots of sew alongs going on, lots and lots. Not only the puzzle mystery quilts, But tomorrow starts Stay Spooky from Fort Worth Fabric Studios. So I hope you guys will join me for that. That one's going to be a lot of fun. I just saw the pattern yesterday because I do get the patterns ahead of time. I'm sure you guys know that. It's really cute, really, really cute, and not spooky because I don't like spooky stuff. So I would tell you guys it's not spooky. And Shannon just told us tonight because I didn't even realize this, but the fabric is glow in the dark, which adds another fun element too. So that's going to be great. And then Wednesday, this next week's Moda Blockheads 5, if you guys are doing the Moda Blockheads this year, is released on Wednesday. So I'll have my video up for that. I'm doing a sew along on my channel. They're just gonna all be stars, which is gonna be great. When they said it was all stars, I'm like, yeah, I'm on board. So, because you guys know how much I like stars. The other fun thing I have going on this week is the 2-color quilt challenge blocks. They will more than likely not go out until Wednesday. I'm hoping I'm to getting designed before then, but if I don't, I'm going to send them out from the retreat. Because I'm picking Shelly up on Tuesday from the airport. She's coming in from Washington to Cleveland to go to the retreat with me. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then again, of course, the retreat coming up later this week. So the Saturdays with Steph coming up this Saturday will likely be recorded. All of you are always very curious at what retreats look like. So I will probably go around, video the retreat, show it to you guys. And that will be my Saturdays with Steph. So if you're interested in seeing what the PA retreat looks like, come on over and see that. And then I haven't had a chance to talk to Shannon yet, but I think we're planning on doing maybe a little live or two from there. So we're gonna have lots of stuff going on between her channel and my channel. So I hope you guys will join us. It's gonna be fun.
Got them done.
Oh, there you go. So pretty.
That's awesome. I like those. That's gonna be
I
really
do
pretty.
too.
That black and white. I always love that.
Yes.
I did another one that was black and white with some yellow.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, it was one of the I don't remember which one it was. It was that She Who Sews fabric.
Oh yeah.
That had the spools.
Yeah.
So it was another cotton cuts one. It was really cool.
Black and white and yellow. That would be really pretty. Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that.
It is pretty.
Well, I've always wanted to do a black and white one. So when this one popped up, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that one. So I'm glad I did. I'm liking the way it's turning out. Kind of wish though, I would have done what you did and got the extra borders. I didn't do that for this one.
You
But
could
that's
probably
okay.
contact them and find out if it's still available.
Yeah. And if it's not, I can probably just use some other black and white fabric,
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make it a little bit bigger. Maybe you could throw it on a bed.
Yeah. And I'm kind of thinking about maybe putting something really crazy like red on the back of it or something.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, definitely. I could totally see that. Candace is working on her blockhead, Moda Blockhead. Awesome. And Math Geek said, I really like the black and white colorway. I think we do too. It's fun. All right. Well, I think that's all we have. So until next month, that's it for the puzzle mystery quilts for this month. And like I said, next Saturday will be a filmed, you guys will get to see the retreat center a little bit and maybe a little surprise live, we'll see. And lots of fun stuff coming up this week. So that's all I have. Do you guys have anything else to say or talk about?
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you for being here with me, ladies. I always love having somebody to sew with. And I appreciate you guys pivoting and coming tonight instead of last night. That's I know it's a lot to ask you to change and I appreciate it. So thank you. Karen said, have a great retreat, ladies. Thank you, Karen. All right. Well, we'll say goodbye and we'll see you guys that are over on YouTube soon. Bye.